the show starts.
Definitely. Damn, I'm kind of nervous, man. It's hard to kind of.
I'm not. That's why I drink.
You drink a little bit, edge off the edge.
Yeah, bro. Oh, fuck, I'm tired.
If I start to fail, because I'm not the greatest speaker. You
I'm
come in and
about to say, do you want me to start the show off for you, or do you want to start it?
No, you can start it off if you want. These are your people, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come and be like, hey, you gotta show us what you're drinking. These little sunrise joints. Yeah, me and Shane's supposed to be doing our podcast, but I'm hoping that shit kicks off, bro.
Yeah, I told Shane when he told me that if y'all need any help on producing or anything, let me know.
I got you, bro. Because I'm gonna send you the link for the Fresh and Fit, but I want it to basically be something like that, bro. It's just something like I want it to be like we're all in one studio. So obviously, you'll start off, you're at your house, I'm at my place, he's at his place, but eventually we'll get like a studio or something like that. To be honest,
I'm trying to get a studio for the heat check.
So to be honest, you could actually use my upstairs loft because I'm not gonna have the cat anymore, unfortunately. Sad tear.
Why you gotta get rid of it?
No, the ex is coming to pick her up on Sunday, so I'm gonna feed her a fuck ton of tuna. That way, when she goes to pick her up, that cat just like shits his brain out on like the 5-hour drive. I'm gonna feed her a bunch of tuna, y'all. I mean, like literally, like a whole can of tuna. I'm gonna force feed her. That way, she pisses all over. But now the way the loft area is set up, bro, you have like this beam that runs, so I could probably drill in like studio lights and hang them down, and then like there's a nice little like there's enough space to get like a table, and then where my desk is at and everything, we could have someone like mixing and producing and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I want to do some shit like that. Get like a little setup with like a TV screen and shit.
Yeah, definitely.
Make my shit like Logan Paul's podcast.
Yes. Well, I'm gonna send you the Fresh and the Fit link. I'll send it to you through Snap, but they do a really good job, bro. Like what they like. Obviously, their topics are controversial, and we may dive into that eventually one day.
Yeah, you gotta be careful what we talk about on Twitch.
No, of course, yeah, no, definitely. And I'm gonna get my friend Sarah. She definitely is gonna want to be on the podcast, and then I'm about to have her, yo, $20 donation. She'll shake their ass like,
oh, whoa, we're live, pal.
Oh wait, we're live?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
I told you we were going live. Set it all up.
Oh, my bad. Dang,
I don't care. I mean, I'm not opposed. I'm not opposed to $20 donation to shake that ass. But
yeah, bro. I don't know. She's cool, bro. She's a sports head theme, bro. She loves sports, yo. So, and she's always down to have like a good time and stuff like that. Provide some drinks. But bro,
yeah, who the one viewer in the chat? I see you. I can see when you're watching. You better chat. You better say something. Sick of you motherfuckers coming to my stream and not talking.
Yes, we need to get this.
But then when y'all do talk in my chat, y'all be disrespecting me.
Put some respect on my boy's name, yo. Put some respect on my boy's name.
Put some respect on my name. You know how many shows I fucking produce? Yeah, I do for you guys. Nah, I'm playing.
This dude.
I cut a whole promo last episode. I cut a promo on the chat. I was like, you know how much I do for you people?
And what they said? They said, oh, fuck you.
They're shitting on me. That's why I did the promo.
You know what you got to do? Do you still have your promo from when we shot the
yeah.
Bro,
I show people that all the time. It's on YouTube.
Oh, you do have it on YouTube. Is it under the Heat Checks?
Nah, that's not my own. It's on my personal channel.
Put it on the Heat Check, bro. Let people see the promo skills, bro.
Right, shit. I cut promos weekly on the Heat Check. I did you know the YouTube channel Chills?
No.
Like number 15, Burger King foot lettuce. You ever heard that shit? No. I did the CM Punk pipe bomb promo as Chills.
Oh God! Wait, so you just went on and then you just like dropped the pipe bomb?
I did the whole promo word for word. I had the script, but and then I cut like every week on the Heat Check. My gimmicks, I do a new impersonation. Like last week, I did Stone Cold. I did Enzo Amore before Roman Reigns. The
Oh,
Rock.
so that's what you were doing at the gym. You were just doing these
Oh yeah.
impersonation. Oh,
Yeah, you know, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Says I just whooped your ass. This man said 5 minutes and
It's been 5.
BP. I run on BPT time too, so 5 minutes to us means like 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
I've had to run on that lately for Josiah.
So what you do? You set it 30 minutes back.
5 minutes is really 35 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, if he's not gonna, like, for example, if you have a podcast for like 8 o'clock and he won't show to 8:30, if you wanted to start at 8 o'clock, you set it at 7:30.
Hey, that's fine. We're supposed to start this at 8:30. We're still early.
And so we got 9 minutes, and that way Mr. Doyle can hop in.
Yo, I see 3 of you are watching. Y'all say some shit. Don't be boring. Y'all lame. I shouldn't be sitting on my own chat, but y'all lame.
Let me see. I have to send.
One of them is fucking Ryan. I see you, SEAL Team Bacon.
Has Ryan ever been on the podcast?
No, I want to get him on the podcast. I ask him every so often.
Gotta get him on the podcast. I'm gonna show the chat. Well, until we start, once Jamie gets in, because I'll go into detail on kind of what happened. But these stitches,
Yeah, that shit look crazy. Also, I need y'all to know, for some reason, I posted a picture of me doing the Randy Orton pose as a joke, and for some reason, it was my most liked and most slid up on picture ever. There's the comparison.
Yeah.
Nah, picture came out dope. That shit came out dope.
It came out, like I said, if the dude in the background was just not there, and then the dude who was benching just ducked a little more, it's a great photo, but it'd be even better.
Every single time it's him will do.
Of course. Oh man.
Come on, Doyle. He's been on the show twice so far, and it's never been this late.
His wifey is probably telling him, I'll say it. His wifey's probably bossing him around. Move the couch.
Not probably, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Let me not say probably. I know what's happening.
Yeah, he got a whole ass kid now.
Yeah, people, strap up, man.
Yeah, we don't strap about here.
Oh man,
risky for the biscuit. Sometimes life's tough. Who the fuck is texting me?
Yo, think about it. Yo, that's a great gym T-shirt. Yo, strap up, and it's like strapping up wrist wraps. Get it?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, so on the front of the T-shirt, just be like strap up and show like 2 fists with the straps, and then like either say like or else, and then like on the back you just have like a kid.
Yo, Chad, y'all like my NASA hat? Got it from Old Navy.
He's gonna get so high. Can you hear that? Is that bad audio?
That's fucking gross.
So
what's up, y'all? Dick sucking stream.
It's like how my bitches sound.
Today, Will's gonna teach y'all how to properly suck dick.
Give that Gawk 3000.
Yikes.
Now we got some decent topics for y'all. I'm telling you. So the reason why, what's awesome. Eventually, we'll be getting in, obviously, like the editing, a theme song. I thought about a theme song already.
Vinegar. Hold on. Vic Vinegar. Vic Vinegar.
Vic Vinegar. Let's hear that audio.
I can't even hear your audio, bro. I see the lips flapping.
Yo, Jamie, go to your go into the StreamYard settings, and then for your audio, you're gonna use your headphone audio, or you're gonna use your computer audio. So if you're gonna use the mic in the headphone, use the Yeah, man, I'm ready for this, man. I'm excited, yo.
Hey, yo, chat, I'm getting drunk tonight. So about to have like 6 Long Islands in me again, like two Thursdays ago. Karaoke night. Your boy doing Blinding Lights by the weekend.
Can't hear you, Jamie.
Oh, Josiah in the chat. What up, yeah?
I sent the link to our boy Sonny. Still can't hear you, Doyle.
Yo, Josiah, cheers, brother.
Nah.
It's called pregame. Gene, are you on your phone or are you on a computer? I don't know why I'm asking. I can't hear you, but
Read the lips.
hold on. Yeah, answer that question one more time. Phone or computer?
That's right. We have 5 minutes until we go live at 8. Well, we're already live, but once 8:30 hits is when we're gonna start getting into the nitty and gritty
He's on
stuff.
PC. All right, Jamie, click on the little settings button down there, and then
Which says cam mic.
And then go to your audio settings, and there should be microphone options. The background noise went away.
Hello, testing.
Oh, there you go.
Hey. All right, we're good. Hear me now?
My boy looking like a like a dad. My boy the daddy polo, yo. That's the Sunday.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be on the grill polo, yo.
Gotta the burgers on the grill, man.
Fuck that vinegar. Eat daddy vinegar.
Some glizzies.
That's kind of yikes. That's kind of sus.
Oh man. So we're gonna go live in at 8. We're gonna go live on at 8:30. Well, we're already live, but we're gonna start getting into the topic.
All right. All right. Just make sure no interruptions.
How's the baby there, sir?
He cooling. He cooling in the other room. He's cooling in the other room right now.
Julian.
Yep. Jules.
Tell him Uncle Hoss said hello.
Yeah, I'll let him know Uncle Sauce says hello.
Oh, I just heard Julian.
Uncle Reginald's in the chat somewhere. I see him in the
shit.
I see him in the viewers section.
Oh shit, that's what's up. Sauceberg. What's going on? Shameless promotion, guys. We do a shameless promotion. You know, my lame ass band, Tone Deaf, about to perform at Stella Blues New Haven, Monday, July 26th, 7 p.m. Be there. Drinks, liquor.
Oh, he said
titties.
Liquor. Oh, I'm in titties.
Man, I don't know, man. Last time you promised.
Yeah, last time you promised me liquor and titties. I went to some fucking hippie camp.
Yeah, that was that wasn't my operation. Dumb, right? That wasn't my operation.
Wait, so what's the name of the band again?
Tone Deaf.
What'd you say?
Tone Deaf.
Guys, go check out the band, yo. It's actually a really good band, yo.
Yes, we good. We got some new stuff coming soon. You know, coming soon at the end. You know, end of this year, maybe next year. Some new tunes coming up.
It's a grind, man. It's a grind.
Yeah, it definitely is. Definitely is.
My monitor is this way. Obviously, my camera probably should be facing towards my monitor, so I'm gonna be looking kind of towards my monitor. So if I'm not looking at the camera, that's why. You know, those shower curtains.
Yeah, I'm on my toilet right now. I'm taking a shit.
We're taking a dookie.
Taking a stinker.
All right,
T-2 minutes. T-minus 2 minutes.
That's almost.
So what is this kind of thing is? I might want to be hopping on this, you know.
Yeah, you should, bro. So basically what this podcast is going to be is, so me and my friend, we have another podcast that's going to be separate. That's going to dive a lot more into deep details and like really into intense like topics. This, I definitely want it to be more just kind of like something that like young teens, young adults can all just like come together and just kind of like talk topics. And then, you know, Austin, how old are you again? Like what, 23?
I'm 23.
23. So you're still young. My boy's a dad. I'm a single bachelor, but we all have different aspects of our life that I think we could share, and then that people who are from the younger generation, you know, the fucked up generation, they can look and kind of just see like, what's the different paths, and then like, because we're all friends, you know, and how we all came to just like different places in life. And then also just so like today's first topic is really going to be kind of like, all right, so what's the steps you're going to take like after high school? And then post high school life, of course. You know, there's a lot of things that happen post high school life, bleacher gang. You can't
really say that around, you know, people hearing. I got people hearing it, so bleacher gang.
Wait, you know about that?
Yeah.
She's like, that's not my house.
It's all right. All my girls know about the Cuban booty crisis.
Yo, why haven't you come to see the baby yet?
Yeah.
I was gonna go. Oh wait, you didn't have him. What was it? The last couple of days. I've been going through a lot of things. I just had a little breakup. I've been working. I want to see Julian. Look at that, Drake. Drake.
You want to see Julian? You want to see Drake? You call him Drake.
Of course, that's Drake Jr. Look at Julian. Don't give me that pouty face. I'll come over anytime. Your man doesn't invite me.
Yeah, just come on. All I have to say, hey, can I come over?
But he could be at the grandparents, and then I came over just to see you.
No, Jamie don't be telling nobody to come over.
Yeah,
you guys don't want to drive out here. Also, you're afraid to drive to New Britain.
What? I love driving. What you mean?
That tire pressure.
I've been driving everywhere lately. I've been driving everywhere, bro. Come on.
You be driving everywhere. The farthest you'll drive is pretty much the mall. That's the farthest you'll go.
Edge Fitness.
Edge Fitness is the farthest you go. Big Sky is the farthest place you'll go.
I went to Hebron last week.
Hebron's like 10 minutes from Manchester.
It's like 20. It's like 20.
Well, from you where you live,
I went to Agawam like a month ago.
Agawam's up the road. We're talking about real places.
Yeah, you want to catch driving
2.5 hour drives up to
NYC. You ain't gonna see that.
Hour and a half drives up to Rhode Island.
Or 5, 6 hour, 8 hour drives to Florida for nothing, for some bunk, for nothing.
Hey, I go anywhere for some bunk. Y'all know.
Oh
me.
Shit, it's 8:32.
Yes, it is 8. All right, so
would you go to Florida? If a girl told you come down to Florida and you drove your car.
It depends how deep we are in our whatever we got going on.
No, this is like a Tinder hookup.
Tinder hookup?
No. This is a casual, like you know her because you know her through mutual friends.
My bad. Yeah, you're right. I'm saying for off, it'd be a Tinder hookup.
Probably not. I would only do that if I'm like, if it's a legitimate relationship, then I drive to Florida.
But this is someone personally, you know this person for a while, and then something
starts
to build up.
I'm not dating them.
No, you guys been friends because you guys been friends around the same friend crowd, and you guys just started talking, and you naturally think the feelings are mutual, and then she said, "Hey, come down to Florida. I moved out in Florida. I want to see you," and nothing happened.
Nothing happened. You drove back home on a donut.
I ain't driving that far for nobody. Unless if it's not a relationship, I'm not driving to Florida.
So yeah, if you go to Florida,
if
you go to Florida, are you filling up your tires with air?
My tires have air. That's how reason the fucking light.
You gotta get new sensors, bro. You gotta get that sensors fixed, man.
No, yes, just get the monitor reset. My boy had the
Oh shit! I'll be right back.
No, your computer's fine.
Is it?
Yeah, you're good. You just don't want to do anything. Yeah, you're good. The audio's good.
If we do the streams every Monday, because I open every Monday, so I can do this.
Wait, is my camera good?
Yeah, you're good. Everything's fine. Nothing has changed. So
Jamie, on my screen, it's fucking.
Yeah.
Josiah said she paid for my plane ticket.
All I can do is right here.
Josiah, they mean like you're driving to Florida though. They mean you're driving to Florida, my guy.
Yeah. So I'm trying to get this. So Jamie, at least even if we can't get you on, because we'll have other guests, at least 3 times a week. So if we can get you just for Mondays or maybe another day, then we can have a guest on another day. Because I ran into Mr. R. Kelly, William R. Kelly, and then he's also a great example. And this is what's going to lead to the first topic of the first episode of CTBoyz.
Let's start the show real quick.
Let's start the show. All right, guys.
Let's get this shit started. Let me get this shit started. Shout out to 4 people in the chat. What up, y'all? How y'all doing? What up?
Boom gang.
All right, y'all ready?
I'm ready, man.
Make sure I got this shit ready for the audio version. Man,
get a nice, beautiful intro.
What's going on, people? Welcome back to the Heat Check Twitch, and we here with something new today. We got CTBoyz, brand new show here in the Heat Check Network, and today, CTBoyz. Yeah, there you go. Now, I'm your usual host, the Big Hoss, Austin, but today I'm joined by one familiar face and one new face. First of all, we got the co-host of this show, Mr. What do you want to be called on this? William, Wilbur?
It doesn't matter. Call me Will or Wilbur, everybody, William, Squilliam, Billiam. Willie bitch, you know, as the words of Jamie. But
Willie
whatever you want to call me, just call me the enlightened one. I'm gonna be dropping all
the
the
enlightened one.
I'm the one that will ask all the hard questions, and I'm gonna drill our panel of experts, our guests.
I
And
promise
also, you too, Hoss. You are not also off the hook too. So you will get drilled.
I was about to say, I promise y'all, Will will probably make me quit by the end of this episode.
Yes. I'm the dude that I will say things and ask things that are that people are scared to say. I will just say it because think about it. I'm in the confines of my own home, so I can say whatever I want. Twitter keyboard warriors.
Yeah. All right. We're also joined today by Tone Deaf member, a man who's not new to the channel. He's been here before, two times to be exact. We have Mr. Jamie Doyle.
Yeah, how's it going, everybody? How you guys doing? Hope things are well. Sorry, I just had to look at my phone. Quick little notification, but I hope things are well. Hope everybody had a blessed Thursday? Blessed Thursday evening, and happy to be on the show, you guys. Yeah. So let's get the show going, folks.
So before we kick things off, I'm gonna throw it over to Will in 1 second. First, let me just shout out the sponsors of the Heat Check. First of all, head on over to repsports.com/raise energy. Use that discount code HEATCHECK, get yourself 15% off on any purchase. And then when you're done there, you can head on over to grabsapparel.com. Same thing, Heat Check, discount code, 10% off a discount. Finally, head on over to spreadshirt.com/shop/the-official-heat-check. Get your Heat Check merchandise. We got the Heat Check logo and the Got Lotion t-shirts. And shout out Nugs98. What up for the follow? Let's get this thing on the roll. I'm going to send this over to my boy, Will.
Let's get it in, guys. Now, if you guys are just joining us, I'm going to start off with, not to make myself the big spectacle, but your boy kind of got fucked up, you know.
You got knocked out.
I got knocked out saving one of these hoes in distress, you know what I'm saying? One of these edge hoes. But yeah,
bro,
so we're
hold on. You can't call them hoes all the time, man.
You really can't. You can't be saying that, man.
You can't be saying that, bro. We gotta call them women.
I tried to defend one of these
damsels in distress. Call her a damsel in distress, man.
One of the damsels in distress I tried to save. I'll call any chick a bitch besides my mom.
That's
no, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Wow. That's how you get shut down. That's how you get shut down. That's how you get shut down. Shit like that, man.
What you mean? We're not gonna get. What you talking about? What do you mean? What are you talking about?
You about to get my shit shut down, bro.
Bro, that's literally you about to be a dog.
You can't be saying. I know you can say. You just can't say stuff like that. This is 2021. You can't call women bitches anymore. You can't.
Why not? Wait. But women can call men little dick energy, misogynistic.
It's just the way
they can say all that.
Women around the world now. Women around the world.
My boy Austin about to be like, I told y'all, please. Look. Yup.
You like it's like
Nugs agree with me. Yeah,
it's just a situation. It's just, like there's situations you can say it, but you can't really call
Wait. In the words of Drake, I hate calling women bitches, but the bitches love it. End of story. All right, perfect. All right, next.
Drake's a groomer. I'm sorry,
but that's the truth though.
He likes young girls. Come on, he out here fucking the girl from Stranger Things right now. He out here.
Y'all capping. Enough. Let's start the show.
All right, let's start the show, guys. All right, so today's topic, and then this is going to be a recurring kind of theme topic, obviously, of the show, reaching out to younger teen adults, younger teens, mid-age adults, whether you're old either as well.
People all across the life.
People of all across the life. Did high school set you up for failure? And then also, what did you do after high school? Like, when you look back, what was your journey to where you are right now? What happened after high school? So, like myself, like a Jay-Z album, I was a college dropout, you know.
Not even wrong artist.
Who? That's definitely Jay-Z, bro.
It's Kanye.
No, I'm joking. I know it's Kanye. No, I know it's Kanye. But yeah, great example. Like, I'm not afraid, but I'm not scared to say it. But yeah, I literally pulled what my brother pulled. I dropped out my last semester of college just due to work. And then obviously I'm not going to say the dealership that I worked at, which I no longer work at. Unfortunately, I was fired, unfortunately.
Serious?
But I didn't tell you?
You didn't know about that?
Oh, yeah, bro. They canned your boy. Yeah, I got my ass booted.
Well, all those occurrences not showing up to work.
It was technically a little something else that I can't say because it's going to be recorded. But let's just say that's why I say I hate calling women bitches, but the bitches love it. So what I learned from like obviously working at a dealership and all that kind of stuff, people do not know what financing is, and I feel like that's what high school should teach you versus all the other bullshit that they kind of teach you. Like great example. So like obviously Jamie graduated. Jamie, if you want to give us a little background, you went to tech school, right?
Yeah, I went to a trade school, which is
trade. My bad.
A trade school. I went to trade school to become an electrician. Unironically, I work not in the field, but I work in the areas where people of that field can get supplies at. So I work related to the field, but not really in the field.
Yeah, but that's all. But you still can be in the field technically, though.
If I still can be in the field. I have the requirements, but I have an opportunity to give it to me at my current position that I can go far as I can. But that'll be for later. That'll be a different discussion for later. For later on the show.
In the show, okay. And then for you, Hoss?
Yeah.
What was the question?
So my question is kind of what did you do like when you got out of high school? Like what's the I'll first start off. What's the highest education level you've completed?
All right, so where do I start, honestly? So I didn't really hit my maturity process till like the past year or two, but in terms of like what I did afterwards, after high school, I went to MCC, Manchester Community College. I graduated. I got my associate's degree, but it took me 4 years instead of 2 because your boy was kind of a fuck up. But after that, I did kind of the same. Not the same field as Jamie, obviously, because he went to a trade school. He's doing electrical, but I work in the same kind of environment he does, designing kitchens and selling flooring and shit. But besides that, I just I graduated from community college. I took some time off during COVID to kind of let it pass by until everything gets back to normal before I go to university. And now I just I sell kitchens and I do podcasts.
So great example. Do you feel like, obviously just having, let's say if you just graduated high school, let's say you didn't get your associates, do you feel like you would need that to achieve what you've achieved so far? Do you feel a degree is necessary?
Yes and no, for the sheer fact of if it wasn't for me going to school for the degree that I did, I wouldn't have gotten into podcasting and radio because I had originally gone to college for marketing before I dropped out of that. And then I got put on academic probation, and that's when I picked up communications. And going to school for communications is what kind of made me decide what I want to do for a living. But I wouldn't necessarily say I need my degree to do what I do, but it definitely helped kind of clear the path for what I wanted to do.
All right. Pretty much laid the foundation of what you really want to do.
Yeah, I mean, it made me, because everyone gives you the same answer at high school. No one really knows what they want to do with their lives. I mean, I still give that answer sometimes, but at least college kind of gave me a general idea of where I wanted to be.
Now, did you pay for your college, or did the state pay for it? State
paid for it before I was a fuck up.
Huh?
State paid for it before I was a fuck up. I had financial aid, and then I got put on probation, and then I had to pay for it all myself.
Now, so great example. The reason why I asked that is this is crazy. Actually, I just saw the statistics. So 2 in 5 Americans feel that college was a waste of time. So that's 52.3. So we'll round up. Well, we'll round down. That's 52 million Americans. Now, obviously, if you go into a certain field and then you need, so like great example, Jamie, you didn't need a college degree. You wanted to go more the tech route, right?
Well, yeah, I actually did want to. All right, so pretty much I did want to go to college, but I really didn't have the grades or the the finances to go to college. I had an opportunity to be an academic athletic, going to athletic academic scholarship for school, but I kind of blew that. But I blew a lot of opportunities as I was like 17, 18 years old as a kid. So but you never really know what you really had until it's gone, and when you look back at it. So, and then like I had a lot of I had a lot of ideas. I could have gone to school for music, could have gone to school for sports, but like I said, dumb young decisions as a kid. And I feel like, and then like as I got older, I feel like learning a skill, like a trade, will be really applicable into the workforce, because like as I got older, and then like as I interact with people, a lot of my friends outside of high school who were in college, I kind of look at them and see like I feel like they're just burning themselves out for what a degree, that like they can get a job in their field, but they're getting underpaid for it, and they're gonna pay all that stuff back. They're putting themselves in debt to get a job that they can get or not get, and be more in debt just to pay for that job. And then there's people who go to school with a useless degree. Like I have a I know, like I have a friend, his girlfriend went to college for 6 years, and she has a art degree, and then she does whatever, nothing, literally a job, a really like bare minimum job. Like, and I look at that like, what are you doing? Like, you have an art degree. The best thing, like, I know it's an art degree. Like, you can at least be an educator, at least a substitute teacher with that, something, but you're just wasting it. There's some people who really go to school for useless degrees. Like, I can say, like, I have to generalize. Everybody who goes to college for psychology is really the most. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm really doing with my life. I just want to go to school for psychology. I just have psychology. I just go to school for psychology just because I have a degree. That's how I look at it. Like, there's a lot of people who really like literally. I know there's probably some who they put their degree into use, but most people who go to school in psychology they said they pretty much don't know what they really want to do.
I definitely know somebody like that.
Yeah,
it's just like I see, like that's how I see it as. But maybe some people who probably in the comments or people who are listening to the term are like, what the fuck are you talking about? You don't know what you're saying. But I like how I see like pretty much I do find college is useful. Like I actually been contemplating on going back to school, like to kind of further my education, just to learn a little more, because I did enjoy my time at my trade school. I had a good time. I learned a lot. I met a lot of cool people, and I pretty much developed the skills that like much better skills that like high school don't really teach you. They say they really teach you, but they don't really want to teach you. They just kind of like bullshit it through. And what like I kind of like learned, like honestly a good reference to watch. I'll say watch pretty much the late, like the middle, like the third, fourth, and fifth season of Boy Meets World. The old '90s Disney show.
If you don't know what Boy Meets World is, and get out of the street.
Yeah, and because like the whole like storyline of Eric, Corey's older brother, he tried so hard to get into college, and he didn't get into college because he pretty much had a last minute scramble to get his grades up and do whatever he can, so he couldn't get into college, so he took a year off, and it really messed with him. And he really like took a reflection and realized, like, all right, maybe I should go back to school because it's something I want to do. And he went back. Ironically, as you know, you watch the show, he goes back to college, and like he really starts to find himself through there. But still, like there's some people who go to college and just kind of like don't even go through it. They kind of like to skate through it, and just like it just kind of like, I kind of just fucked around, partied, and did whatever. And here I am. I'm out of college, and I'm looking for a job, but I don't really know what I really want to do in my own field that I went to school for. Like I had a kid at my job, like he worked under me. I'm a supervisor at this position, and like he went to UConn, and he has a degree in like political science, but he doesn't really know, like he was graduating, finishing thing up, but like he said he's going to move down to Florida and do something down there. Like he's going to like work for some like town offices. But I messaged him recently. He's like, yeah, I'm just kind of like figuring things out at the moment. And I'm like, what are you doing? You should have been like networking. Like honestly, I find college the best way is to network and build your brand, your product. build what you are going into. Like you should really spend like your later, like your first 2 years, you're fine. Like I tell you, it's a grace period of like trying to figure it out. But I think like your third and fourth, maybe fifth year of college, you should be really building your brand. Like I feel like building your portfolio. Like what do you have to offer? Who you are and where you're going to go. Network with people in that field or outside the field. So wherever you go, wherever you're going to do, you're going to pretty much present yourself as hey, this is what I'm going to get myself into. Hey, this is me. I'm just going to study to be like a political science to work in this field, or maybe I might want to go in the law field because he technically could go to law school if he wanted to, but he really did. He just doesn't really want to because he was kind of burnt out. But like I said, only people get burnt out if you just kind of bullshit. But enough of that random tangent. It kind of like went off topic for no reason, but
no, it's fine because remember it all relates back to
the
like
post high school,
but also like high school itself is supposed to set you up for it. I honestly think
future.
Our system for high school fails. Like I feel like
absolutely.
I feel like it takes it, and once again, I feel like it takes people. Let's say people who don't want to be there. Your job as a high school is to if people don't want to be there, at least prepare them for the outside world so they can expect what's to come. So let's say, for example, you have 20 classmates, 10 of them don't want to be there, right? So there's only so much you can do to like push someone to want to do something, to want to learn. But if there's not what they want to do, obviously you want to prepare the future of America in high school. But at least teach them stuff to where when they get out of high school, there's stuff that they will be able to. Well, like great things like financing, bro. Like how many people don't know how to balance
a checkbook.
Balance a checkbook. They don't know what like APR is. They don't know how to build their credit. They don't know all these different things, and those are things that literally are real life things that they don't teach. Like unless you take like maybe like I only took like like if I was able to just learn from by the jobs I worked in, the bank, the dealership. But like a lot of people literally 30, 35, and these are the people who make up, your lower middle class, stuff like that. Like the
workforce. This is pretty much your
workforce. Yeah, your blue collar workforce. A lot of them don't know what credit is. Like I had a guy who was like, what's a 72-month term loan? He's like, oh, do you only charge 19% on the total balance? He's like, no, every year you're charged 19%. So like a lot of people don't know these things, and that could change. That affects your life in the next like 5-6 years. And like how negative equity and all that kind of stuff works. Like I feel like like obviously high school should transition you into life better, and it doesn't in our country.
It really doesn't. It's pretty much telling you, hey, as long as you know your basic math, can you read enough, or our fucked up racist history, and free to go. As long as you could, can you run a mile? Can you run a mile as well? Oh, yeah, you're free to go.
Yeah. Are you fit or are you fat? Basically, yeah.
It's pretty much
like the bare basics. It's the bare basics. Like honestly, I feel like the education system is like honestly just so behind like just the curve and what kids should be learning at the young adult level, like at the high school level. They should be like more real life skills and preparing yourself. Like I'm gonna be honest, like I learned more of real life like skills outside of school. Like me and Will, we were both in scouts, and like the shit, like all the old dudes, like remember me and Will, senior scout discussion, they'd be like all the old heads would be talking some real shit. They'd be saying some shit and like really like and all the bullshit that they'll make us go through, like make us do like all the grunt work and because they're teaching the real life work skills, like an actual work ethic.
There's things you're not going to want to do that you have to do. Like you're going to have to work.
You have to do the job. And you have to do the job and do your part. And that shit stuck with me. That shit really stuck with me. And I be seeing it now. Like kids don't like younger adults don't really have that like that work ethic. They don't have that like that drive to like just do it. Like I see the kids at my job every day. All these new kids, they just come in just like float. They just exist. They just here to cash their check and buy whatever, buy some Fortnite stuff, or go to the local club, go to the local bar and buy a drink, or pay their car note that their parents practically paying for them. It's the bare minimum. Kids are like I said, I think a lot of kids don't really have that sense of dependency.
That's true.
I think that's the problem, and I think it's the education system don't really teach that. Like you got like really instill it, but most of it really don't even really come from the education system. I think a lot of it's just parental upbringing, your family background. Like most of it, the school can do so much, but if if your parents, your family members, whoever you're with, don't really teach you this stuff, it really will
It's hard.
put you behind. It makes it hard. It makes it hard. Like if your parents don't know it, it even makes it even worse. So like if your parents, like obviously my parents, they don't know half the shit that I know now. It's like it, and I don't know it. And if I've grown up not knowing this stuff, how am I supposed to know this stuff if they don't know it? And I could come to them for advice. It's just a vicious cycle. Like people should be like as us young people, we should really like prepare the next generation to really to be aware of all these things, these financial, being fiscally responsible, understanding like the real responsibilities of real life.
I agree. I definitely agree. Now, Austin. So Jamie said he learned stuff out of high school. What have you learned out of high school that you think you're going to take that you think high school could have taught you?
Well, I was going to say about a couple minutes ago when Jamie brought it up. It was crazy because I was having a conversation with somebody the other day. I think it might have been with Nugs in the chat, but it was about how high school like didn't. I feel like high school didn't teach shit. And like the only class that I ever took in high school that really felt like it taught me shit was my finance classes. I took accounting, finances, shit like that. And honestly, like, I guess I don't know if I can say high school really taught me anything when it comes to my real life, because I guess like those classes in particular kind of taught me how to network. Like Josiah said in the chat, network got me pretty much everywhere I've been today. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I could say high school didn't teach me much, but college taught me like self-independency and like how to kind of rely on yourself and teach yourself how to make it in life, honestly. But to be fair, I mean it's like Jamie said. I mean it all comes down to your upbringing. It all comes down to how you've been raised in life and the shit that life and your parents and all that shit taught you. So I guess I mean high school is just you kind of just take it however you want to take it. If you decide to take the shit you learned in high school for face value, you take it for face value. If not, then you kind of just on your own.
And that's funny. Think of like how many like business owners like just completed like a high school education. Like they didn't go to college, they didn't do a tech school. They started something and they didn't need that. And I feel like
it's all by an idea. It's all by an idea.
And unless you took a business class, like you didn't know, like I got the opportunity. Well, I was interested in a lot of business things and I wanted to always be a business person. So I took business classes and there are good programs in high school to, well, I can't even say that, like I did a business entrepreneurship and literally like I had like no support from nobody. Like I literally winged in front of like, well, the panel of people was like 20, 30 people, but like in front of thousands, I basically winged a fucking elevator speech. So like they have things in place, but it's not always, and obviously just depending on where you grow up, they're just not done properly. And imagine that, like we all grew up in like Connecticut, so Connecticut definitely a state with decent or
very diverse.
Some of the better school systems, diverse, but also some of the better school systems. So imagine like you live in like Michigan, like a lower end like lower neighborhood income. Or something, like a lower income neighborhood, Mississippi, Louisiana, something like that, and like you just don't have all these extra classes. Like, so what are we setting these kids up for?
Nothing. Pretty much failure. Pretty much setting them up for failure. And that actually reminds me of something like one of my favorite shows, right? Actually, probably my favorite show of all time, The Wire, and it's probably one of the best shows. I recommend everybody watch it. Season 4, it's like really talks about the idea of education system and how it's how the institution of this education system is just really fucked up. And so one of the characters, he was a former cop. He became like a program. He runs like a program for like kids, like, because pretty much Baltimore is the hood, the real hood. It's the real hood. It's like, and probably see like develop kids and develop social skills. And the school board, pretty much the city board was talking to them, was telling them, hey, it's not really working because the test scores are not matter. Doesn't really matter because it really gets into that part of the bureaucracy and the politics of the education system. And he was telling it's pretty much, he was saying we already are leaving the kids left behind. These kids come in here, they don't really, none of it really matters to them. None of the stuff we're telling them does not really matter. We got to come at it at their level, and then pretty much the school board look at it nah, the test scores, we need results. And that's how it pretty much really is. It sucks. It's all about this, how the system is really really rigged shit. And from what you said from there, also, it just kind of reminded me of how Austin and Will, how the education system is just so, it's diverse, but some places is just it's not even, it's not compared to Connecticut, it's not a lot of schools have that opportunity. But I just wanted to bring that tidbit in about The Wire. Watch it. All 5 seasons on HBO Max. Really talks about some real shit. It really deals with some real topics. And it's for a show that's 20 plus years old. It's really relevant. It's a relevant show.
So imagine that, like you said with The Wire, how it relates, showing school system, the way it's set up, and
it sets everybody up for failure.
And then this is going to be controversial. We're going to transition this into, and then this is also super important. If you don't come out of high school with maybe a mindset of what you want to do or where you want to be, what happens? Especially if you're living in a lower income area, you fall into, I always say that, the hood mentality.
I don't think that's necessarily true, though.
I don't know.
I think it really just depends on who you are, who the person is,
Yeah, but wait, but remember, it's also about all right, where do you live? So if your parents didn't have that education and that schooling, let's say for example they're not able to elevate themselels or level up, and then if you're always affected by your environment.
It's an institutional thing. It's not. It's just how the environment works.
I gotta not fully disagree with that. Disagree with it a little bit because you say it all depends on how the level of education your parents got and how they raised you and brought you up.
Well, their environment.
Yeah, their environment. I agree that those all play a factor, but you look at somebody. I mean, like me, for example. I know not everybody's gonna have the same situation, but both my parents, neither of them graduated college. They both graduated high school, but neither of them graduated college. I was first generation when it came before my sister graduated. I was first generation. I think it really all depends. I mean, like you said on the question, it all depends on the mindset you have coming out. But I don't think you necessarily have to know what you want to do.
Where'd your parents come from? I know you said first generation, but so you don't have we're saying we don't have to have a college degree to be successful. So what I'm saying is, for example, you have 2 parents, 2-family household. The city that you live in, you live in the nice side of that, right?
Hold on, no, not a 2-family or 2-parent household. Parents are divorced, but continue.
Oh, my apologies.
You're good. I just want to correct that.
My apologies. Well, even from that example, so just from the upbringing, the environment, you could have been on the opposite side of the town that you live in a worse environment. Do you think that would have affected you as a person?
It definitely would have played a role, but I think that it's a tough answer because I think it all comes down to the mindset a person has, and I understand where you're coming from with the environment and how you're where and how you're raised, being kind of shaping how you think and how you go about life. But I think that at the same time, sometimes there's certain people who try to want to be successful and think to be successful to spite where they came from, and I guess that does play a role in what you're saying because that's based on where they're from. But a lot of the times when I see people. I don't want to say shit like hood mentality, shit like that. But that is the thing, though. No, I do get it,
bro. To be honest,
so what I'm trying to get
I think it's the fate of the townie. You become a townie, which is the worst thing you don't want to become. That's the worst thing you don't want to become, in my personal opinion. Don't become a townie.
Yeah,
a townie. You don't want to be stuck in your town, kind of doing the same shit you were doing when you 10 years ago, and then you're just. It's not a good look. It's just not a good look. It's not a good look.
Great example. Ready? So to relate back to what you're saying, Austin. Ready? You've seen Freedom Riders, right?
Yeah.
Great example. high school system sucks. These kids in their environment give them this mentality. So when you're going to high school, the job of the high school, I feel, is to get you out of that mentality and to put you in a level of success, or not even success, but to prepare you for, okay, if you don't want to, go to college or, make your own business, and it's fine to, you could be a regular college, a regular blue collar worker,
stiff.
but learn,
Stiff.
regular. I put in more of a, soften it, but like
a slave wage, a wage slave. Pretty much. Keep it blunt.
Yeah, I guess.
A slave wage.
I guess, yeah. Because like I said, there's a hierarchy of businesses. I don't know if you can be saying slave, but yeah.
Slave to the minimum wage.
Stop.
Slave to the minimum wage, man.
Jamie. That word's banned on Twitch. Please don't get me banned.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, don't
Are you serious?
Yes.
You really serious? That word's
we have to be very PC, Jamie.
An indigenous work, a indentured servant. Yes.
Indentured servant for minimum wage.
So think of it like this. That movie, these kids growing up in an environment, go to school. Now, once again, I'm just going to say from the movie standpoint, the white kids from a better environment, their parents instill on them because they've gone to college or whether or not, but they're in a higher up level. Hey, you're going to go to the same school, but you should probably get your education and you should probably do something. You should probably do something with it. Where if you come in with, let's say, this hood mentality and you go into high school, if the high school system isn't strong enough to try and break that mold, you're just going to fall back in that. I got my degree. All right, I'm going to go peddle drugs. I'm going to go, I'll just, be an indentured servant. Complacency, yeah. I'd rather have hood pride and all this kind of stuff. Now, obviously, the topics are so different, but I feel like the school system's job is to break that cycle.
Yes, but no.
Why not? No.
It just, like I said, it's up to the parents. It's up to the parents.
But like I said, what do the parents know from high school though? But I'm saying, remember, who taught those parents? Those parents of those parents. Now, if we're talking about obviously like from people of black descent, like you're gonna go all the way back to the slave days where you weren't taught nothing except whatever your ancestors could teach you. Basically, your grandparents or your parents could teach you. That's the way I think of it like this. I feel like the high school system should teach you valuable things that you can instill onto whether you get a child or a kid or something like that. To like Jamie, like you have a beautiful son. You're gonna teach him things that maybe the high school system can't teach him, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring him to high school. He's gonna be homeschooled.
But look at that. Like the schooling of high school didn't teach you to, hey, you should go to a tech school, or hey, you can learn from this. You just had, like you said, you had to decide to go to a tech school.
All right.
But I don't know. That's just my kind of mindset on it. I feel like high school should prepare you better. I feel like and kind of emphasize. Should. Yes,
I agree. I agree with that. Now, whether they do or not, that's
how do you change that?
But it's you got to change it from the inside. But from the inside, it's really tough because politics, bureaucracy, and politics, and no matter where you go, no matter what field you're in, no matter what environment you're in, the politics are going to be there. I bet there's people right now who are trying to fix the schooling system right now, but they can't because there's just the politics are involved. It's just results. They want to see results. They want to see results. They only want to see results so they can get the funding to fix the problems. Like I said about The Wire, about the situation in The Wire. Like the whole season was they had a program to try to develop kids to be better at the tests, but they're not getting the test results. But they need those test results to get grants from the city, from the government. But they can't get it unless they can get good test results. So it's a vicious cycle. And then there's people in those power and up in those upper positions that just don't want to make those changes because it doesn't really benefit nobody because everything is all about the self-interest. And it's all about it's really just politics. It's really just the politics in the education system. There's probably people who are involved, who are up at the top, who don't really want to teach people this, or they don't think it's a necessity at all. They don't think real life skills, applicable skills, or necessity. They'd rather say, all right, as long as they can pass the standardized test, that they're able to be a functioning adult in society. That person probably can pass that test at the bare minimum, but he don't know shit. It's like that's the problem. I think the whole idea of doing tests, don't having a test or the concept of testing really just like a test of basic knowledge of things really effective on seeing whether or not this person can go out and be a productive member of society.
Yeah,
that's all. And that's the only way, and that's the way how things work now. It's as long as the schools can get good test grades or good test results, money can come in. They can use that money to invest. They can't get anything. They can't invest into anything. They can't invest in the future.
Now, do you think high school sets you up to reach what you want in life? Like what's your goal? So I'll start with you, Austin. What's your goal in life? What do you want?
Me?
Yeah, what do you want to be at as a? Pay attention, nigga.
No, I am. I'm just fucking with you.
No, I'm messing with you.
I'm just fucking with you. I can't respond to that. I can't say that word. I'm white. So
literally just sent me a message about the N-word earlier today. Literally texted me N-word.
Listen. I didn't text you that. That was a legitimate customer's name, and I can't say his name because I just can't.
It's Niger.
Say it.
No.
It's just a word.
No. Before I answer Will's question, we are at the 10-minute mark to go here, but I do want to thank our sponsors again for the show. Got Raise Energy, Grab Apparel. So you asked me what my goal in life is, correct?
There you go. I actually like. Damn, why'd you have this in the beginning? I like this. How it just got bigger.
What? Oh,
you just enhanced it. I like this.
Oh, it's because I had the logo up. That's why.
Oh yeah. Fuck that logo.
Fuck the logo. Nah. So I mean, this is something that I've actually talked to a lot of people about lately, and that's my goal in life. I mean, right now for me, I'd say it's a little bit of a process that I'm trying to work on. You know, I think my biggest goal right now is I want to be my own boss. So that's why I'm trying to kind of make this Heat Check network a thing.
So what's your own boss? So what's your own boss? So you could be your own, like you could be your own boss. What's your own boss? Like you want to make your own money? I want to make my own. I want to make my own money while running a business ran by me and my business partners. And I think that's kind of what I'm doing right now is a start to that. I think the fact that I've been trying to turn this from more of a one show thing into a whole network, and I'm trying to reach out to other content creators and different sponsors and do merchandise and shit. I think it's definitely a start. At the end of the day, my overall goal is to either make something out of this or eventually become a sportscaster or a sports anchor with one of the bigwig television channels. I mean, I guess that's every broadcaster's goal. I mean, ESPN, Fox Sports, CBS Sports, stuff like that. I'd love to be the white Kendrick Perkins.
Yeah, except my takes aren't stupid. Sorry, Kendrick.
So what did high school do to kind of set you up to achieve that? Sorry.
I mean, that was the point I made earlier. I don't think high school set me up for that at all. I think college did, because coming out of high school, I didn't know jack shit. Coming out of high school, I was a fuck up who just wanted to party and do nothing. And I was still like that at the beginning of college because I went to college for marketing. I had always wanted to do something in sports, and I guess it always narrowed down to either sports marketing, sports management, or sports broadcasting. And for me, I just ended up finding that I had the most fun with broadcasting and communications, and I didn't really figure that out until college because I guess with high school, I just didn't care enough to really get much out of it. But I kind of had to get my shit together at some point when it came to my education and my life goals. So I'd be remiss to say that I've always had these goals because I haven't. There was definitely a time where I just wanted to party and drink and do drugs and shit. But at some point, you got to grow out of that. And that's, I mean, like I said, that's why I said I only really started maturing in my life recently. I mean, I've been maturing since high school, but for me, just nothing really clicked till end of college. So to answer your question, high school didn't really do shit for me besides make a lot of friends and party a lot and play football for a year.
So what if you, for example, so let's say you had to pay for college and it took paying for college to figure that out. How would you feel? And then would you feel that you wished high school would have done that for you?
I feel like
obviously you're older, but
I can still answer that honestly because I'm in a position right now where I'm currently willing to pay to go back to college because my plan is to go back to school, and I mean the only reason I'm really doing that is because unfortunately the landscape and environment and career that I want to work in, I need to get a bachelor's degree in communications to work for these big companies, but I feel like if I knew I was going to be getting that out of college, yeah, I would pay for it because I think for me, I mean, college, I don't want to say college saved me, but just kind of figuring myself out and figuring out what I wanted to do in college kind of saved me in terms of just not being a fucking loser the rest of my life doing jack shit. But no, yeah, I think if I knew going in that I would get a lot of my shit figured out, yeah, I'd pay for that experience.
Perfect. Okay. What about you, Jamie? What do you want out of life?
Yeah, pretty much what I want in life is see my son successful ultimately. See him grow up to be a successful young man, be a productive member of society. But what I want is really hopefully this music career that I like, this budding music career that I slowly have going. Just hope it grows, develop something, and develop into something that's really something really special. I see a lot of potential in my peers, my bandmates. I see there's very high potential. Like the sky's the limit with us. I hope it grows, but hopefully it doesn't. Like I grow into the field I'm in, or if I find like I grow into the field I'm currently in, grow far enough that I can be sustainable, live a sustainable life with my family. But high school, like I said, I was given, like I said, I was given because I had a lot of talent that I had. Like I had the music talent, I had the athletic talent. Like I was just blessed with that stuff, and I didn't know what I really had until, like I said, years after high school. And I say like, and I'm going to tell people listening, like you don't really know what you got until it's really gone. Until like you don't know how good you have until you really don't, until you don't have it no more. And I hope that people can take that out from what I'm saying, at least, because I was given plenty of opportunities to really do something with myself. But like I said, you blow it. Like you blow it because you don't know really what you want, or you're just so arrogant that you don't want to listen to nobody, and you think you can just get by on talent. And there's people like that in real life who could just get by on just sheer talent alone, and you're going to get outworked. You're just going to get naturally outworked by people who want it more.
Well, yeah, it's like that. It's like that saying: "Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard."
That's right. That's right. And that's all. Like just pretty much overall message of this. I think of this episode should really just be like develop the skills, develop yourself, and be driven by no matter what. Be driven by everything that you really want.
Build your brand. Think of it like this:
build your brand. You
guys are all. I posted this on my Snapchat. And a lot of people like message me like, "What brand?" Like your brand isn't always an item. Brand is business. You. Yeah, you're your brand, yo. As a, and obviously,
you as a concept, you as the constructional concept of yourself.
This will be on my other podcast with my boy Shane, where we're gonna just stream to YouTube because obviously on Twitch there's certain things we can't say, but you yourself as a guy, especially guys, yo, you yourself are the brand. Like build your brand. Austin, you're building a brand, right?
You.
Jamie, your band, you're building a brand. My YouTube channel, my podcast, I'm building a brand. I feel like people should set themselves up in the future. And then obviously for myself, I think we all have kind of like that same thing. You guys each want to be your own boss. You want residual income or passive income to come in. So for like myself, I want to own property and rent it out to people and stuff like that. I feel like that's one of my
you want to be a slumlord,
biggest goals. Yeah, Ron and who's that? Scott. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but
Slumlord.
I feel like everybody. I feel like, and this is something that high school doesn't teach you. I feel like high school. I feel like tries to teach you like, if you don't go to college, you can't succeed. Like I just feel like that's what
it's just that mindset that what high school really does.
It's bad. Yeah, like don't get me wrong. Like
college is good, but it's not for everybody.
Yes. Or like you can still go to college, but it doesn't mean. Great example, 2 out of 5 Americans felt college was a waste. So you can still go to college, but it doesn't mean what you're going to learn is what you're going to end up using in the field of what you want to do. Like, great example, you may go to, like you said, to be a psychologist or something like that. But then you work your own
job.
Yeah, you work a desk job. So like
you work at an office clerk. You work as an office clerk at some, dentist office. You sit at a dentist's office as a receptionist. No, you went to school for psychology, but you're sitting at a desk, or you went to school for some degree, some bullshit degree, but you're a bartender, but you make good money as a bartender, or you go to school, you went to school for some other bullshit degree. When you work,
we get the concept.
You work as a salesperson over on a phone salesperson at a solar company.
CarMax, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but like it makes sense. Like I feel like the way society is built, especially with the high school system, is if you don't go to college, you're not going to get a good job. You're not going to be able to build a business. You're not going to. But none of that is true in my opinion.
You're not going to be mostly successful.
True. Yes. And I feel like I said, if we can take anything out of this podcast, or anyone watching, or anyone who rewatches this, whether it be on YouTube or something like that, is that you don't after high school, you don't need theoretically college to be successful. But also remember that the system you're in high school may not set you up if you decide not to go to college or something like that. You're gonna have to network. So great example, Austin, Big Hoss. You're networking. Jamie, you're networking. That's stuff that I feel like high school doesn't teach you kind of how to do. Like it doesn't set you up. Like, hey, you should probably network with some people or something like that.
Be with some people in this field. Hey, you don't like this? Hey, you don't like doing this? Hey, talk to this guy. Talk to this person. Work with him for a little bit.
Those are the life skills. Think about it like that. Like that's the life skills that I feel like you're going to need to learn, whether you get a college degree or something like that. I feel like networking, like this is great. This is us networking, and then obviously we're trying to put out a product that people can like obviously be entertained with and stuff like that. But like I feel like that's another aspect as well. Like networking is something that's not taught in high school. It's barely even mentioned or something like that in high school. Like the ability to be able to network with other people. And when you get into business, that's what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to network. Jamie, I'm pretty sure you're gonna have to network with other bands, other promoters, venues, Correct. Stuff like that. Austin, you're gonna, if you want to go into the sports world, you're definitely gonna have to network. If you're, you decide to be a sports broadcaster, athletes, the people within your field. I feel like that's something that it's not really that's not taught in high school. And then I feel like that's also something that can like kind of deter you from like, if I don't want to go to college, high school didn't teach me how to network, didn't teach me how to find, get my finances in order. So if I even want to start a business, my credit is so fucking shit, I can't do anything. So, like I said, I think it's definitely a topic that, and then you may have the people like, oh, I'm a doctor, or I'm a lawyer, or I'm a, chemical engineer or something like that. You could have did what you wanted to do. You decide not to get your degree. But I feel like, at the end of the day, the most out of all three of us, we want to be our own bosses. I feel like most people want to be their own bosses. You don't want to work a desk job 9 to 5. You'd rather be able to, if you can make the same money doing something that you like better. I'm pretty sure 90% or more would rather do something that they enjoy more than be at a 9 to 5 job if they can make the same money. Or even a little bit less.
Yeah. I would.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Same with you, Jamie?
As long as you do what you love is it's what matters. It's all that matters. As long as you're doing what you love. And you actually went out to do it. And you went out and gave it a try.
Definitely. I think we had a productive episode. I think it was definitely obviously there's a lot of like gray area. And then eventually, obviously, it'd be nice to revisit the topic. We can get people who, went from high school into the military, see what that kind of did for them. I feel like at that point, that's almost like where high school is just like, we didn't really prepare for the world. So it's fuck it. Let me hop in Navy, Army, Air Force, something like that. I feel like that's also a run that a lot of people will take because they feel like high school didn't really set them up. So like you said, Jamie, we had Boy Scouts. So that kind of taught us a lot of life lessons and kind of like set us up for like kind of like the real world. Like, hey, you're gonna have to.
The idea, give us the idea. Lucky enough, the people who are involved in helping us, giving those life skills or telling us and stuff, really made sense.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, it's true. But I think it was a good episode. This was a good episode. We broke a lot of ground.
Definitely. Austin, you still don't have the N-word card, so you're working your way towards that.
Yeah, you can just say it. Just say it.
I can't say it on stream. All right, y'all. That's gonna do it for this week's episode. Make sure to head on over to our Instagram. Follow us at @theofficial_heatcheck. I'll let you guys promote your shit real quick before I promote the rest of my shit. So, Jamie, I'll start with you.
You guys can follow me on all my socials at Who Is Jamie Doyle. You can follow my band, Tone Deaf. Our IGs at Tone Deaf Band. You can give us a listen on all streaming platforms. That's Spotify, Apple Music. We're on YouTube. We're on Bandcamp.com. You just give us a listen. Our EP is available on all streaming platforms. That is Tone Deaf, TONEDEAF. Our IG is at Tone Deaf Band, TONEDEAF Band, BAND, all one word. And that's it. Thank you very much, and glad to be on the show for you guys. Appreciate it.
Will?
Yes, y'all can follow me on IG. Same thing as my little Twitch name, Mr._Wilbur95. But it's gonna be just gonna be Wilbur. Check out the S. I'm losing weight, so I'm not multiple people. I'm only one person now. So I'm Mr._Wilbur at 95. And then also I have my YouTube channel. It's Wilbur's, so with an S, 95. There's just kind of like fitness and going over a lot of things like basketball, stuff like that. And then there's going to be a podcast coming up. It's called Two True Podcasts. That's going to be with me and my boy Shane. I'll link the channel. Should be started up. We don't have a video yet, but we'll eventually get that going. And that's going to be very controversial. A lot of the topics we talk on that are going to kind of be very. We'll get ourselves banned off Twitch for definitely a couple of times with what we're going to talk about. Like I said, hate calling women bitches, but the bitches love it.
You can follow
I'm just saying, I can't wait till we have that discussion.
You can follow me over on Instagram at HC Nolting. Follow the Heat Check at @theofficial_heatcheck on Instagram. Follow the Heat Check on Spotify, SoundCloud, and Apple Podcasts. We just have a new episode of Josiah's Killer Instincts posted, where he's doing a 8-episode mini-series talking about fantasy football and who you should be drafting at each position. We have a new episode of my solo podcast, Setting the Bar, coming out this week, chronicling the timeline of my weight loss from 372 pounds to 268 pounds. And this Sunday, live here on Twitch, twitch.tv/theofficialheatcheck. We'll be going live with the official return episode of the Heat Check for the first time in 3 weeks. We have the beginning of the semifinal matchups for Superstar SmackDown, the triple threat matchups. I'll look at those in 1 second. We also have a guest with Jesse from CFG Streams coming on. We'll be talking about everything WWE, AEW, talking about Daniel Bryan and CM Punk going to AEW. We'll be talking about The Rock coming back to WWE. And, of course, like I said, Superstar SmackDown. We'll be starting the semifinal matchup for that. And, I think that's everything I got to get out there. Oh, those matchups for those interested. Huh?
And then what? Anything else?
Nah, I think that's it.
and then that's a dude's where's my car reference.
If y'all want to know the matchups,
the whole Chinese menu right there.
Hey, if y'all want to know the matchups for Sunday, we got Lil Uzi Vert, Joyner Lucas, and Travis Scott facing off, and we got Bryson Tiller, Meek Mill, and Ski Master Slum God facing off. But yeah,
they got these normie ass matchups going on.
It was randomized, bro. I can't help it.
Why can't we just say Drake's the best? Just ended at there.
Drake already won a season. He's not on the season.
Yeah, but I'm saying he'll win season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 8, 6, 7, 4, 8, 4.
He lost season 1.
You crazy? To who?
He lost in the semifinals.
To who?
He didn't need the final. I think he lost to Kendrick. Who did he lose to? Let me see real quick.
Kendrick, I can understand. But if
no.
if it's Jermaine Cole, I'm
J. Cole won the whole season.
See,
But-
exactly. Y'all really like that normally ass Jermaine Cole shit. Like I said, there's a meme out there. J. Cole makes music for niggas who walk to work and catch the bus. They work warehouse jobs. Like Davies make music for niggas who for fake drug dealers who work warehouse jobs. They work the overnight warehouse jobs.
I'm pretty sure Drake lost to Kendrick.
Yeah, y'all smoking.
Anyways, that's gonna do it for this episode.
Perfect. Great episode. Any last besides obviously we plugged, anything last to say, you know? Any lasting words?
Live your life by any means. That's all I gotta say. Live your life by any means. Don't
Kids,
let the system
stay in school. Gentlemen, keep your sticks on the ice.
J all over your B's, S all over your C's.
Remember to cross your I's and dot your T's.
Perfect. We're out.
All right, peace out.
Peace out,
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Become part of the crew.
Bye, guys. I gotta go be dad now.